this actually is a good documentary because they're coming out with a Diddy documentary every 5 minutes. And it's so much of the same info being regurgitated. But this documentary actually went into detail about certain things. It's not rushed. Like I said, it's 5 episodes. Now I'm only on episode 2, so I don't know if they're going to add more episodes. But as right now, there's 5 episodes. And let me tell you what the theme of this documentary is, and you need to check it out. But I'm gonna give you a nice recap. The way only I could do it, right? So let's get into this. Now, the theme of this documentary that you learn really fast is that Puffy Diddy, Mohawk Diddy, whatever you want to call him, has a crazy, insane temper that he never got help with. And the combination of that huge temper, becoming a millionaire at 19 and literally never held accountable, they caused a person to just be this monster, not being held accountable, being a millionaire, and also having a huge temper that might have came from when you were a kid. I don't know. They say he was bullied. I'm gonna get into all of that. But the theme that you could tell that this documentary is trying to show is that Diddy is the example of a crazy, fucking insane temper that he never got over. And it was never checked. He was never held accountable. And that's why we are here with him in prison. And the trial is going to be during Cinco de Mayo. And that's why we're here. Because see, if Diddy would have grew up in my household, he wouldn't even be in prison right now, because he would have got his ass whooped so much as a kid for doing shit he ain't had no business doing. That shit would have been checked. Some of the shit that they say went on when he was a kid and teenager, man, in my family, shit. You wouldn't have no family, because they gonna get you straight. And if you ain't gonna get straight, your ass just getting banished. Back in the day, we got old school rules. And I think that's what Diddy needed. But let's get into this. So let's start the documentary. I was about to say the Diddy-mentary. There's so many documentaries, I'm gonna start calling them a Diddy-mentary. So in the Diddy-mentary, they open talking about what happened to Cassie, and not the one you know about. What was that, 2018 or whatever, that footage with Cassie? The one we all know, not that one. This one came from 2010. It was 2010, and they were in a hotel. And I'm gonna play this clip from the assistant that was around. Now, these are all like Diddy's assistant. These are like real motherfuckers speaking out on Diddy ass.
Hotel. The Beverly Hills Hotel is like a 1-bedroom suite. I fall asleep on the couch because I don't go out. And he storms in. Where the f is he? I like wake up all of a sudden like what the who are you talking about? And then they go into the room, shuts the door. And all I hear is, get the out of here, get the out of here. He's like on a rage. He's being puffed. And at this point, I'm just thinking of her safety. And so I'm packing her stuff up. Once he leaves, I see the aftermath on Cassie, because knots on her head, bruised eye, busted lip. It was horrific. And so all I can think of was, we need to get back to my house. You need to get the out of here. We can't call the police. We can't go to the hospital. We're scared of Puff. always scared of him. If we call the police, what would happen? He's a very powerful person in the business, and he can do things that will make you go away. Many people are afraid of him till this day. So what were we supposed to do? We just had to like fix whatever was happening at that moment. And that's kind of like how the business is. Well, my friend who's a doctor, and I'm like, you have to take care of this because this is not be a witness to this because we can't call anyone. But I felt like this has happened before because she was so nonchalant about it. Cassie and I never spoke about that incident after.
Now, that's 2010. Picture this environment. This is not the incident that everybody knows about. This is 2010. So get an idea of what the fuck been going on all this time. Now, this situation, Diddy beat the hell out of her. They called beat the hell out of Cassie. The assistant called a doctor she knew that came and patched up and fixed Cassie up and whatever, and did it independently, not going to a hospital or anything like that, of course, because you know he don't want the word out there. And so, yeah, this is another incident displayed in this documentary that just shows his rage, and it shows again a crazy temper with no accountability. And here we are. Now, they go on the documentary to go on and talk about the Vibe editor. We talked about that on the other episode. The Vibe editor said that it was never their common practice. They didn't let any artists see the proofs before they would come out. So like Diddy did a cover for Vibe magazine, and what happened was Diddy wanted to see the cover before it was put out. Well, that was against the rules. And Diddy didn't want to go for that. So this is a woman. So Diddy threatened her, sent man to her, threatened that she would be dead in a trunk because she would not show him how the cover of the Vibe magazine looked before it came out. Now, it's so much shit wrong with this, but the main thing that really gets me is any man that threatens bodily harm, threatens to kill, or any of that with a woman is just frankly a bitch. And that's just plain as day what it is. I don't care who get mad about it or who don't care. I'm from Cleveland, and that's a bitch move. Now, nobody, I don't care who you are, you're not tough threatening a fucking woman. Like at all. And I don't respect it. And I don't give a fuck who don't like that, because ain't nobody gonna check me. I've been on this earth a long time, and I've been saying exactly what the fuck I feel from my heart my whole life. And ain't nobody shut me up yet, and ain't nobody gonna shut me up, because right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't play no sides. I just keep it real. We not honoring or respecting nobody who think they can talk like that to a woman and this and that. Like ain't nothing tough about that. I don't know what to say. So just when I see this, and it ain't just Diddy, it's just any guy. Like it's like it's like, what you think that's tough, or you think that's, I don't know. So check out what this lady was saying about the Vibe magazine stuff, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Recently come to realize two members of the staff at the time was that he had actually, in the days before, come up to the 5 offices with 2 tough guys.